How's it going, Toons of the world? It is your pal Mega Snoop bringing you another Toontastic video. And in today's video, I wanted to do another gag analysis. I feel like I haven't done these in a while, but I do eventually want to go over every gag, so let's pick out a gag I haven't done yet. Ready? And we're gonna do trap gags. So today, we're gonna learn everything there is to know about trap gags, whether you like it or not. The first thing you need to know about a trap gag is that it has a really sick beat. Okay, no, we're not talking about that kind of trap, but the traps we are talking about are gags in Toontown that you can use to fight the cogs. So, first things first, how do you get the trap gags? Well, you first get the ability to choose it in Minnie's Melodyland, and if you don't choose it there, then you get the ability to choose it again one more time in the Burg. It will be one of, if not the last gag that you'll be able to choose in the game. So the main premise of trap gags is that they are the strongest gags in the game. However, they do require the assistance of lure to work. So in order to use it, you need to lay down a trap, and then lure needs to be used to make sure that the trap hits. So you set down a trap door, and then someone lures, and the cog goes onto the trap door, the cog falls through the trap door, the cog gets hurt, the cog blows up, and we're all happy. So because of this, it does require either 2 turns or 2 tunes. If you're by yourself, you will have to lay down the trap first, wait a turn, and then use lure on the next turn. Or you need the assistance of another tune, where you lay down the trap and the other tune uses lure. So because of this, even though it is a very powerful gag, it does have a slight handicap because of it. And another fun fact, because you need lure to do it, if every tune in Toontown was lureless, and every tune never chose lure, then no one would ever get any trap points ever, because in order to get trap points, you need the lure to hit, for the trap gag to work, for you to gain experience for it. So if every tune was lureless, then every tune would also, in a sense, be trapless. Another disadvantage, if you'll notice, most people can carry 3 birthday cakes, 3 foghorns, 3 pianos. However, with trap, you can only carry 2 TNTs, which is the level 6 trap gag. Now, personally, because you already need to either have 2 tunes or 2 turns to use it, I think it's not needed and that you should be able to carry 3. But you know what, I didn't program the game, so it is how it is. So instead of the typical 3 level 6s and 7 level 5s, you can only hold 2 level 6s and 5 level 5s. Another thing to note is that the accuracy for trap is perfect, but that doesn't mean that the lure is always going to hit. When you use trap and lure works, then the trap will not miss. But trap's accuracy is basically dependent on the lure's accuracy. If the lure missed, then the trap isn't going to be used. You can also know that trap is going to be the first attack gag used. Tune-up will always be the first gag used, but immediately after tune-up, if any trap gags are being used, those will be thrown out first. But do be careful where you're throwing trap down, because if you throw trap down on top of somebody's other trap on the same turn, both traps will be nilled, and therefore neither of them will be used. And be careful when someone's using the level 7 trap gag, because it does attack all of the cogs in the battle. So even throwing a banana peel on the far left will nil out the entire train tracks. And then also know that you cannot use a trap when the cog is already lured. If the cog is lured, you can't lay down a trap. You're going to have to unlure the cog, then lay down the trap, and then lure him again. And then of course, when you hit a cog with a trap, and the cog does not die from that trap, it will unlure the cog and he'll be able to attack the next turn if no one else destroys that cog with a follow-up gag such as throw, squirt, or sound. And then the last thing I want to let you guys know about the specialties of trap is that it actually does increase the accuracy of lure. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's only within the same turn or if it'll always do it, but it is something that is confirmed by one of the programmers of the game that if you lay down a trap, then somebody uses lure, the lure has a higher chance of hitting. Do not ask me if you can lay down a trap, wait a turn, and then use lure, and then that lure will get added accuracy, because I'm not 100% sure. It might be programmed in a way where it's seen as a quote-unquote stun. You know how when you use a squirt first before someone uses drop to give drop greater accuracy? I see it being the same way that happens, where when you lay down a trap, it boosts the accuracy of the following gags. So I'm not sure if it carries over to the second turn, third turn, etc, etc. Alright, but now's the time where I'm going to go over each of the individual gags. The first gag is going to be the banana peel.
Banana, banana, banana peel.
Yes, that one. It does a minimum damage of 10, maximum of 11, and organic can do up to 13. It'll only affect one cog. When you first get it, you can carry 5, and when you max trap, you can carry up to 20. The banana peel can kill up to a level 2 cog. The rake, the level 2 trap, will do a minimum of 18 damage and a maximum of 20. Organic, it can do up to 22. It affects one cog. When you first get this gag, you can only carry 3, but when you max, you can carry up to 15. And this gag can kill up to a level 3 cog. The level 3 trap is marbles. It'll do a minimum of 30 and a maximum of 35. Organic can do up to 38. It will affect one cog. When you first get it, you can only carry 3, but when you max trap, you can get 15 of them. And this will take out up to a level 4 cog. The level 4 trap, Quicksand, will do a minimum of 45 and a maximum of 50 damage. Organic can do up to 55. It'll affect one cog. You get 3 when you first get it, and when you max trap, you can carry up to 10 of them. And this will take out up to a level 5 cog. The level 5 trap, the trapdoor, will do a minimum of 60 damage and a maximum of 70, and when it's organic, can do up to 77. It'll affect one cog. You can have 3 when you first get it and 5 when you max trap, and this will take out up to a level 6, unless it's an organic, which an organic trapdoor can take out up to a level 7. It is one of the handy things about having organic trap. The level 6 trap gag is the TNT. When you first get it, it'll do 90 damage, and at its maximum, it'll do 180. If it's organic, it'll do up to 198. It'll affect one cog, you can only ever carry 2, and it can destroy up to a level 11 cog on its own. But a fun fact is that if you do have it organic, it will do up to 198 damage, which means that, with a lure, paired with any other gag, even a bicorn, will take out a level 12. However, unfortunately, a TNT will not take out a level 12 on its own. And then finally, the level 7 trap gag is the Railroad. It'll do 195 total damage, and organic can do up to 214. And this will actually affect all cogs that are on the field. You can only get one, and you can only get it back after 500 more trap points, which can be kind of a pain because trap's not the most prominent gag to use. So originally, with the Railroad, it would only take out level 11s. However, if you get it organic, it can take out an entire row of level 12s, which is another big plus to having organic trap, because not only will it take out level 12s, but you'll be able to pick it off of your gag tree and get a new one every single day. But that's it for the standard trap gags. Now I'm just going to quickly go over the trap SOSs. All of these can be found in the VP, and some are better than others. The first one is the 3-star trap, which is Clerk Will, and he will do 50 damage to all cogs in play. The 4-star is Clerk Penny, which will do 70 damage to all cogs in play. And then the 5-star, which is arguably one of the best, if not the best, SOS in the game, would be Clerk Clara, who does 180 damage to all cogs in play. Now I say arguably the best because some people think Barnacle Bessie is better. Barnacle Bessie does 10 less damage points to each cog. However, you do not need a lure to use Barnacle Bessie, whereas when you use Clerk Clara, you need someone to lure. And then of course Clerk Ray, the reject that nobody likes. Restock trap gags that, again, nobody uses. Something I really wanted to talk about is how ranged these SOSs are. You see the 3-star is 50, and then the 4-star is 70, and those are just so close together. And then there's the 5-star, which is all the way up to 180, which I feel like is kind of imbalanced. I'm not saying you need to make Clerk Clara less, because I love Clerk Clara, she's one of my favorite SOS tunes, let alone the NPCs, but space it out somewhere. You can leave Clerk Will down at 50 and make him pretty much useless, but can we buff Clerk Penny maybe? At only 70 health points, that's 20 more than a 3-star, which is barely anything, and that still only takes out level 6s. Can we maybe push it up to 110 or maybe 120 so we can actually take out level 9s? And that way it's actually between 50 and 180, and that way it's more spaced out. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. I would love to hear it, but that's basically anything and everything that I have on trap gags. Let me know if you guys have anything more. Go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section below. I really do appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Stay tuney, and peace.